just don't play it. You are just say, "Hey, Mr. Teacher, I'm playing this song just for you. Just do it." It's like you would well.
Not talent show. That's kind of a pointless thing to do it in. He should just do whatever his shit is he needs to do it. You know.
I just told him just to do it. Just
And he does. I always see him playing the guitar and shit. He does shit.
Yeah, but he it seems like he wanted to do it. I'm like, you should do it then. And you're like, oh, I'm like, why are you here then if you're gonna argue with me? And then he starts trying to argue with me. And I'm like, I don't want to argue. Go. If you're not gonna come to a conclusion, get out.
Yeah, just needs a good push to do it, probably.
How thinks he is ESTP?
Yeah, I see the dominant sensing in him. No. Why do you think he has extrovert intuition, Eric?
Because of the way that he interacts with the ideas. It's different than the way an ESTP would interact with them entirely. It's completely opposite almost.
But I've never seen him actively talk about concepts and ideas. Like, he doesn't seem particular interest in discussing, for instance, typology.
I'm not talking about the TI shit, but like Gaylorianism. When he gets introduced to it, we watched him then go and make new meaning of that of himself and make a spectacle of himself around the school talking about Gaylorianism a little bit. And I'm like, oh, I remember that guy. That was me when I was in high school. And he's so NE.
Does he get?
No, I don't think.
Will he get quicker with NE, Eric? I'm just wondering because when I NE, I go nuts, and he'll say, "Hey, you're talking nonsense. Can you like keep to one point?"
I've met other ESTP like his age before, and what they do is they like to talk a lot, but really it's just they're just saying a lot of different things that sound really cool.
Like when I ask for him to come up with some creative idea with me, he's like, "You got to give me time. You can't tell me to put me on the spot." He tells me that. I ask him all the time, like, "Hey, I want to brainstorm something right now, just something, anything," and he's like, "No, you can't do that to me. You can't force me."
Yeah.
He's not that kind of ENTP. It doesn't mean he's an ESTP. ESTPs are just in their desires. The ENTPs, they just improvise different kind of shit. So, look, the thing is, your brother's not yet relaxed and comfortable and confident in writing his NE on his own.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, are not writing your NE on your own because you know, first and foremost, how you feel about it, whatever you're doing. We have a long ways around to know whether we like what we're doing or not. We have a long ways to go. It takes a long time to develop art instincts. Your brother's an artist, like an ENFP artist like me. He's gonna be slow in developing, but a lot faster than I was.
He's a fast learner.
You gotta be patient with him to understand that he understands that he's gonna make a lot of mistakes right now. But watching the way he managed the FE challenges of doing shit that was cool, but if you do it too much, then it's gonna make me annoyed or Taylor annoyed or something like that. You know, watching him intuitively manage that subtext was fucking. There's no possible way he's an ESTP.
Sorry, Eric. I think
That makes
I
sense.
correct him all the time on that.
doesn't make sense to me. That sounds like rationalization. That sounds like type 7 rationalizing right there.
No, that makes sense because
it does make sense. That's why I said rationalization, not that he was.
Oh.
Okay, but then if it makes sense, why is it rationalization?
No. The way I see it is, I don't want to get into that discussion. I'm sorry. It's very but see, I avoided that trap there.
Yeah.
Watch out, Eric is going to always try to drag you.
It is rationalization because it's, yes, you're justifying it and it makes sense, but it's not necessarily true because you're not looking at it
But that's not how we
special
define
data.
rationalization.
How do you define rationalization?
The way people most supposedly use it, it means to come up with reasons to suggest something's true that's actually not true.
Yeah,
My
that's what
point
we did.
is, it's not rationalized. It's correctly argued. As always, it doesn't matter what I want, Hal. This is what people always
Okay,
mistake.
so it doesn't matter whether what you're saying is true or not. It's just a
No, it doesn't matter what I
suggestion.
want, Hal.
Oh, I don't care what you want.
I know, but that's your reasoning.
No, I'm commenting on what you're saying isn't true. See the difference?
Yeah, you're saying what I'm saying isn't true, right?
Right.
But the reason you're giving me for why what I'm saying isn't true
Mhm.
is because I
No, it is. The reason is
want
because.
the other side to be true. I'm rationalizing, remember?
Mm,
I'm providing reasons in favor of something I know not to be true because I want it to be true.
not necessarily. Maybe
Yeah,
you
what if
actually
you don't-
believe it is true.
Then that wouldn't be rationalizing.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay. Anyways,
Kit Kat. Kit Kat.
I think he's
Yeah.
not a
Maybe.
intuitive Dom because he just seems so much more comfortable with managing sensory information compared to his ability to manage meaning. I find in some videos I noticed that he actually there are different situations where he questioned his own beliefs. Where
But like,
he
what
would never
sensory
do that.
But what sensory information are you talking about? You say he's better at managing sensory information. Give me an example.
Well, whenever he's on, he presents himself in a very I don't know, put
Certain
together.
way.
Physically, his appearance is very well put together, and his hobbies, his interests are all very action oriented.
ENTPs look like hobos.
It's
He doesn't.
Yeah.
not necessarily. It's just
Eric's gonna go and try to dress better to prove you wrong, just for the fact
he
of proving
can't.
you
He
wrong.
can't do it though. It's not possible.
But my brother does it constantly.
Yeah, his brother.
And there was a point somewhere where
It's not like it's about what a person is naturally interested in doing, and when I type people, I notice that even if they use aspects of a certain function, information of a certain function, doesn't mean that it's. I need to pay attention to like whether they're actually interested and comfortable within that information.
Okay, Hal, quick question. So if he's an SE Dom,
Mm-hmm.
Kit Kats, is he good at sports?
not sports per se, but he's good at he doesn't.
Does he slay the puss?
Because the way our mom and our house situation, no, but
That's not
because of the
why.
belief he has.
If the person he does not slay the puss, that is not why he does not slay the puss, Kit Kats.
I don't ask him about
He
that.
raises
I wouldn't
he's
even-
an
Just
I wouldn't
intuitive
even
male.
know.
the puss doesn't
Because he's an
mean
intuitive
SE
male who will
Dom.
think himself to death before he gets laid.
Eric,
Well, actually,
No.
I think it's the way you're trying to type him is biased.
What?
You are ENTP and you're trying to type.
Okay, but again, guys, the problem here is I'm not doing anything. I'm not making an assertion. You guys are asserting a change from the status quo. It's ESTP. You haven't shown me a single S yet. You talked
Yeah,
a lot. You haven't talked a single S. Not one S.
details, would that be a thing?
But
No.
we did give you quite a few. I did give you
No,
a few
you said
examples.
stuff, but that wasn't S. What
Like-
you said. You said stuff. It's true,
Right.
but it wasn't actually S
So
stuff. You
if
said
a person is extremely comfortable performing interacting with the world, and they constantly enjoy doing it, what is that?
it's called me right now.
Rationalizing.
Champagne Poppy does, interacting with the world, meaning through metaphysics only, not with his body, talking to people on the fucking internet instead of interacting with people with his body. That's sensory to you?
He talks about that to me a lot, though, but it's a personal thing he doesn't want others to see. 'Cause the perception of others is more valued by him than me.
Kit Kats, would you say he is positivist or negativist?
no negativist.
Well, ENTPs are positive. Yeah,
But then he's
No.
gonna come and say me, "Oh, I'm wrong."
She is
I
his
may not be right.
sister.
I'm just that's the other thing too.
yeah, she knows him better than Eric.
And he
That's-
reminds me a lot of my little brother at that age.
Yeah, so this is the thing too. Like I feel like over when he gets, it'll be a little more easier to tell, later on.
The NE in him, personally, I see it as a role function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does not generate ideas on the fly. He just store them.
Yeah, storing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's not NE DOM. That's NE role.
Like the stuff I would show him, like different musics and YouTube and movies and stuff, he'll quote it exactly and remember certain parts of it and jokes and little systems, and he'll put it together in a very interesting, like I said, like a collage.
Yeah.
And I'll say, hey, that's from that thing, but he'll deliver the lines so well and so perfectly. He'll give each, he'll say the inflection so well and perfectly.
It's almost like he's got some
express.
kind of crazy intuitive grasp of language.
No, that's a sensory grasp.
He'll make the hand motions. He'll make the facial expressions.
You guys,
that
who's a
I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying what he does.
and a speech and drama delivery coach here. I am telling you what is sensory and what is not.
Okay.
Eric, how'd your date go?
He's definitely a ESTP,
Obvious
Eric.
Intuitive is
He's
idea driven.
ESTP.
It's character driven. It's different.
But his
Like-
actions are not idea driven. He's not trying to vocalize the idea. He's not trying to talk about the idea. He's remembering what the scripts sound like and how it's and how to reproduce it perfectly. He probably doesn't even know what it means. It just sounds
Okay, so
good to him. So he
what
memorized
do you mean by that,
what
though?
it
Hold
sounds
on.
like.
What script you're talking about his dramatic interpretation skills.
No,
You're saying he
it's-
doesn't know what they
it's-
mean.
No, I'm saying that he pays attention to sensory information and he picks up on that, and only the raw sensory information, the new sensory
You've
information.
not given me one obvious S thing. You've given me some shit that you've interpreted as S. You haven't said he's good at sports. You haven't said he fucks all the bitches.
That's
you haven't said-
stupid though. There's
What?
there's
Do all
nothing
ESTPs do
you can
that?
No,
only-
That's
listen,
ridiculous.
Eric, listen.
stop and listen.
You can-
Stop and fucking listen, for Christ's sakes. I have listened to this nonsense for long enough. You've not said anything meaningful. Now,
But-
actual
but there-
S shit, actual fucking S
What
shit.
is an actual S shit? If there is actually everything, typology is an interpretation of behavior. There is nothing in the world that is extroverted sensing. Is that
How I'm pretty sure you learned that from me.
true? No, I'm pretty sure I knew that before I came here.
Okay, fine then. The fact that you're telling me is ridiculous.
Right, so like what you mentioned earlier doesn't make sense.
Because when I'm talking about actual extroverted sensing, it refers to the fact that there is actually a manner of attention that actually does take physical action, and that taking a physical action is actually distinct from the taking a metaphysical action, and that my identification of his behavior as taking a metaphysical action is
I know
correct,
I know
and that
you-
yours is taking and your depiction of his
I
behavior is taking a
understand your
physical action is
identification.
incorrect, and you failed to establish
your
anything
identification
clearly
is
physical
that
action about it.
SE is just the action of taking physical action. The act of
Two
taking physical
components to
action.
it. The metaphysical component is taking physical action. The physical component is the interaction of two
But
different objects in space by yourself.
but you got to look at it more holistically. The ESTP, in order
What would
to
you
take,
think about ESFJ?
in order to take physical action, they need the SI to pick up on information that is needed in order to take physical action.
Why is he not a J?
Kit Kat, would you say your brother exhausts himself?
How do you mean exhaust?
He just keep doing something and then he's really tired or something
He
like
does judge though. I've seen him do it. But
I kind of comment on him on judging a little bit, but that's just me. But he seems to change, seem more open. But as a sister, I'm always constantly not correcting, but pointing things out. I forgot where was the point. It was somewhere Casual said something and made me think about it. Oh, if something was like not funny, or if something he repeated it, I'm like, okay, you're doing it too much. You gotta loosen up on that. Or okay, that was good, but next time add something else that's a